When you move to Bangkok and train for nearly 5 months with no hills, what do you expect will happen when you tackle a hilly race in the foothills of the highest point in Thailand? Because no expectation could prepare Mary, John and myself for what did happen over 23 kilometers and 860 meters of climbing. Welcome to Inthanon 1 at Thailand by UTMB.
3, 2, 1, let's go!
Try and make my way up to John now. That's John. We're about 3.5k in. We think this quad bike is kind of leading the way really, but it's so dark it's hard to film. Obviously I've got my head torch on as well, so but going along nicely I think. That was a 351. This is, without doubt, the steepest section of hill I've ever done. Imagine doing the Barkley Marathon. This dog's coming along with us though. That's going to get bottlenecked if you're not in a leading position. For every up there has to be a down. And it's getting quite technical. It's just flattening out now. It was quite steep. We've been overtaken by someone who's up ahead now, but yeah, we're doing all right. I dread to think what this would be like for Mary or anyone that's kind of in a bottleneck behind someone slower than them. I mean, John's stuck behind me, but other than that, oh, this is steep. We're getting some light now, so this is helping. Well, this bit's nice. If it was like this the whole race, I'd be loving it. Oh. It's our first proper views, and it's daylight, and we are 7.5k in, so about what, a third in now, just over. And I think we're second and third at the moment. Inthanon 1, yeah, got more gap. Okay, up we go again apparently. All right, whoa. My legs have not had hills in them for some time, and they definitely are feeling it, as we are nearly 9 kilometers in, nearly an hour run. So that should give you an indication of just how up and down this course is. It's all the braking forces on the legs as well. Going down is as hard as going up. We're just saying, anyone who gets past us now, fair play, help yourself, because they're just relentless hills of such steep incline. Yeah, this is just about finishing here. I mean, my heart rate is nearly max and I'm walking. Leaning forwards walking. Trying to make good of the going while the going is good, and tick off a couple of kilometers if we can. Just coming up to 12, and the last 2 have been flat or downhill, so it's offered us a little bit of respite. But we know towards the end the biggest climb is there, so we're also trying to save a little something in the tank because it looks brutal. It must be. Yeah, me too. I'm not stopping. Where's it through there? my quads. Oh, and I'm picking up a blister because I haven't done enough kind of descending for so long. Different type of movement, and my big toe on my left foot is picking up a blister underneath. But less than 10k to go, so you just, if it was an ultra, different story. Here we go, river crossing. This is going to help the blister. That's a bit more like it, a bit off-road. We've just been running on tarmac for ages. It's absolutely hammering our feet and ankles. So now we're off-road. We're about 16 kilometers in. So we've got 7 to go, but probably the 7 worst. We're about 5k to go. Still the big climb, but we are running through where we stayed last night. This is the aid station where we stayed. I think the climb begins as a 6-year-old child just goes past us on a moped. We've got about 4.7k left, and we're in 143 we've done so far. We're going literally, I think, up through the rice terraces, and we're 20k in. That's just cruel and unusual punishment. My heart rate is max when I'm walking now. We just seen someone up ahead that we didn't know was there, who I think probably is. So there's more people up ahead of us that we didn't realise. Who knows where we are place-wise. But he's not that far ahead. Well, we seem to have taken a wrong turn, so we're having to double back. We don't know where we're going. We must have missed it somewhere, but we didn't see it. There, we missed all these ribbons. Yeah. All I keep thinking here is my name is going to be mud in the Bridges household, knowing that Mary doesn't like hills or trails. This is so steep. My watch literally isn't even registering pace.
And this was it. As we crested that last beast of a climb, we had around 2 kilometers left, and there was an understanding between John and I to empty the tanks, see what was left. I switched the Insta 360 Go 2 on as I knew I wouldn't be able to talk, but I stupidly didn't set it to pro mode, so please enjoy the shaky footage, but it was entirely my fault. We matched each other stride for stride. Sometimes John would eke ahead, sometimes I would. We got to the final 500 metres, a spiteful little incline. John put the hammer down, I responded. We got to 200 metres and he put the hammer down again. I tried, but the legs simply said no more. I wanted to push, but I was on my limit for the day. There was nothing left. I never mind competition with friends, I need it, and on this day, John beat me by 7 seconds. He finished third and I came fourth, but ultimately we were both very relieved not to have vomited or soiled ourselves on that last 2 kilometres. It was over.
Take photo together, guys. I want to go to UTMB.
Oh, that was without doubt the hardest race I've ever done. John got me at the end. I was holding on for a tiny bit, but could not hold on. Fair play, we both pushed it.
Well, that was rough.
That was
brutal. Just the hills. Oh man.
Absolutely brutal. But we finished. 2:22. I'll be talking. 2:22. I'll take that. Considering, oh my God, I feel sorry for Mary already.
Oh man.
What have I done to Mary?
6 minute K's average.
Yeah, wow.
2:22:16. It was done. And as I waited for Mary, who didn't take too long by the way, but that's the next video, the endorphins started to flow, and I actually think that was one of the hardest races that I've ever done. It felt harder than the Iron Distance Triathlon and the Ultra, but maybe I'm just looking back with rose-tinted glasses. Either way, I'm immensely proud of what I achieved with no hill training and adapting to the heat. Next up race-wise is a 30km for Mary and a 50km trail ultra for me on January the 9th. And that is definitely going to be a complete not compete scenario.
Well, I've changed. This is our finishers t-shirt that we've got. Mary's not in the finishers t-shirt, are you? You decided against it today.
Yeah, I just need to style it out with the right clothing.
We'd have looked too matchy-matchy. We're going to go up to the cafe and you're going to try and get a beer, aren't you? I think you probably deserve it.
I'm going to get one of the big beers.
Do they do them?
Yeah.
Okay, well there you go.
Spotted it last night.
This is the moment. These two have got beers. I've got my water, of course.
Cheers.
Cheers. Go on, let's do the first sip. Second and third. Oh, how's that feel?
That feels good.
We're actually going to head to the top of Doi Inthanon to see what the views are like up the very top, which would be quite exciting. It says it's going to be half an hour to get up there, which is absolutely fine. We've got time. We've got plenty of time to burn before our flight. So, how are you feeling?
Feeling very chill now.
Are you? It's 6 days after the race. 6 days. You can tell, in fact, from the fact that I've had a haircut and I haven't run yet. My legs just felt like they were broken for the first few days. I couldn't even have fathomed running, and actually today is the first day where I thought, oh, I could probably manage a run tonight, which is not great considering that in the next 3 weeks I have a 50km trail marathon, which is over double the distance with much more elevation and not very much preparation. But let's talk about the race just quickly. I am so proud of how I performed in that race, given the fact that I'd had no hills. It was good fun. I look back with really fond memories. I can't wait to share with you Mary's journey as well. So Mary's video is coming next, and it's a great one. And I would just say that if you've ever even considered trail running, or perhaps turning running on a road or marathons into ultra marathons, then do it. It is so different and yet so exciting, and that would be the thing that I would want you to take away from this, is that they're fun, they are exciting, they are an adventure. Don't know if I'm going to be ready for the 50km adventure. And also, you meet such tremendous people, and I met Sarah from the running channel, who's lovely, Billy Yang, lovely, Ivan and Eric and Mark,
We met some really lovely people on this journey, and Ranyo, and these are people that we will be friends with, hopefully for a long time. So it is a community. Trail running is a state of mind. The videos coming up now after Mary's experience will be about how to pivot from road running or marathons to trail running and ultra marathons, and how we're doing it. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being a part of the journey, and here's to many more years of these types of journeys and training and racing and sharing it all with you. Now all you've got to do is wait a couple of days to watch Mary's experience, and I'm very proud of her, but I'll give no more away than that. Thanks for watching.